Hi and welcome everybody. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk, and today I've got a box for you. I know it's another box, but I had my scoreboard out, and after last night's live I was just fiddling around with bits of paper, and one thing led to another, and I ended up making this kind of like weird cracker thing, and I did that, and I thought, oh, it stayed in place. So I then had another little play. I think I've thrown that one away now. Oh, here it is. There we go. So I thought, oh, I'll just tweak the measurements, see what happens. Oh, and then that one didn't stay. So I've had another play, tweak the measurements, and ta-da! Look at that. So it's a box that you can get into. It's like half a cracker, basically. So you can, if you wanted to, you could do a cracker on the other side if you wanted. However, I just thought that was just such a fun closure. Now, I have seen other people do this. I've never followed a tutorial. I honestly have made this up myself. But it could be that other people have put the same measurements out there somewhere in the, massive internet ether. So if they have, fantastic. But I am about to show you how to do this. I'm so impressed with myself. The other thing that I'm really pleased about is look how many one sheet wonders, stamped one sheet wonders I've got here. It's absolutely ridiculous. And so I thought I'd go through them and just show you what I think would be a good layout to make this box. Okay. So the first one is this one. Now, the reason why I would choose this one to use is because the base, the pattern gets wasted. So for something like this, it means that when you stretched it out, that will just go underneath. So this is a really good pattern to use. All right, so let's have a look at this one. Yeah, this one would be okay. The only thing is I'd flip it that way, and look, it's got a mark on it. So this would be another great one to use. Now that one, because it's got the pattern going all the way to the top and the bottom, personally I would use this for a slim line card. I would cut this into 3 and use this as a slim line, or 4 or whatever. Now this is an all over design, so this one might be a good one as well, but I'm not probably going to use that one. This would be nice. Let's have a look. Yeah, you'd get the pattern going, most of the rows is going through there, so that would be a nice one as well. That's an all over, that could work. That one, it's got it going top to bottom, and again that one top to bottom. So yes, most of these could be used, but if you think, oh, I've done all that stamping, I don't really want to have much wasted going underneath a box, then I wouldn't use any of these all over designs, because that's, if I use that and put that at the bottom of the box, well, that's like 15% of my lovely piece of paper that I've wasted. So this sort of thing I would use for cards where there's less wastage. That one, yeah, possibly that one. So if anyone sees one they particularly like and think, oh, Ruth, stop, I want you to make a box out of that, then just shout. But I have picked out a couple and I think we will use. So if you're wanting to get to the box part of this video, you may just want to skip ahead a few minutes while I just show everybody these. Okay, so these are going back a bit. Oh, I remember that one. That's super pretty. But that one, again, we'd waste a bit of that. That's quite nice. But yeah. Okay, hello everybody who's coming on the live. Now this would be an interesting one because we could show off the top. That would be really nice to use. Anyway, hello everybody, welcome. Sorry, this is a bit of an early video today. I've got a class tonight, so I thought while I had the chance, I'll just pop on, you drop in, I pop in. And we'll do this box because I think this is going to be a hit for you guys, because I've done the measurements and they are quite easy to figure out. I'm going to do it in inches, and if lots and lots of you are like desperate for the centimeters, I will do, but the inches was so easy to figure out that it makes sense to, if you can stick with the inches, stick with the inches. All right, let's get started, everybody. So hello everybody, welcome. So to make this box, you need to cut your cardstock, the length of it, or the width of it rather, to 10.5 inches. Now it doesn't actually matter how deep it is, because we can adjust that as we score. All right, so I'll explain that when I get the scoreboard out, because I know that the British measurements are, our width is slightly smaller than you guys in the States, but as I said, I'm going to show you that it doesn't actually matter, because we're going to flip it around. Okay, so to start off with, we start with our paper in a portrait configuration, so the long ways into your scoreboard, and we're using the inch scores. And what we're going to do is decide first of all which is your top and the bottom. So this is the bottom of my box, so I'm going to score at 1.5 inches from the side. Okay, so you see what I mean? All I'm missing out is that little flower there. Isn't that great? Okay, so now we're going to turn it around and we're going to score from the top. Now we're going to score 1.5 again, then score at 2.5, then score at 3.5. Okay, then we're going to turn it landscape. Okay, you're following me, everybody? Hello, Janine, nice to see you. And we're going to score at 2.5, 5, 7.5, and 10. Okay, that was easy, wasn't it? Then what we're going to do is fold down. So we've got a first score there and a second score there. We're going to fold down the card all the way down and lay it back into our scoreboard. Are you with me so far? And then we're going to score. Basically, if I explain what we're going to be doing, and then it will make sense when I call out the numbers. We're going to score 3/4 of an inch inside and inside this section here. All right, so we're going to, I love that there are some people just joining now and they've got no clue what I'm making, and I'm not going to show you until I've done it at the end because you're going to love it. So stick to the end. So I'm going to score 3/4 of an inch inwards. All right, so I will call out the measurements if you want to know what that is, but if you forget, it's great. Just remember 3/4 of an inch inwards. So that's, and when I say score, I'm taking the tiny tip there and making a notch. I'm not scoring all the way down. So it's just a little nick in the cardstock so that I know where to cut from in a minute. So 3/4, 1 3/4, little notch, 3 1/4, little notch, 4 1/4, 5 3/4, 6 3/4, then 8 1/4, and 9 1/4. Okay, and that is all our scoring done. So now you just need to burnish everything. So we've already done that way. This time we're going to fold that back like that, burnish those. Okay, unfold, and then we're going to fold that one that way. So we end up with this kind of like valley like that. And then we're going to fold these ones in like that. Then all these are going to be folded inwards. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to sit down for a second because my back is starting to go. I will check on your comments in a second because I'm afraid I've only got one device here, so I can't see your comments. Okay, so it is important to try and remember to burnish everything certainly before you glue everything down. Okay, so then we're going to just fold that back over, and as I said, we've got these little notches here. I know you guys might not see it, but hi, Deven. I saw that lady come in, I think. So I'm trying to get there we go. Hi, Devendra from India. You're very welcome. Hi, Martina. Hi, Subu. Hi, Kay. Who else is in here? Janine, Gail, Becky, Deborah. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you all. All right. So we've got our notches here and here. So what we're going to do is cut from the notch to the end there, to that first score line. Okay, so that's the first one. And then this one we're going to cut from here to that first score line. And then turn it slightly and go from there to there. So what we're doing is we're cutting out a triangle, which actually ends up being kind of almost like a square that we're cutting out by the time we finish with it, or a diamond shape. That's what we're cutting out. So I'm just going to show you that again. So in. And I'll tell you what, these Stampin' Up snips are brilliant for this because they are so sharp, but they are long enough to reach that section. Okay. And then this one, I'm actually just going to do one like that. Then I'm going to open it up and fold that inwards and hold, you see I can hold that there, and I can figure out, actually if I hold it open, I can figure out then where I'm meant to cut to make sure that that's perfect. All right, then we cut here and here because this is all going to get stuck together, and then fold that in half, not half, fold it over, cut a slither, and this is what's going to make the foldy over bits for the bottom of the box. If you want to cut that little slither there, you can do too. All right, so everyone with me still so far? Then we're going to get our wet adhesive. Now you can use the Stampin' Seal Plus if you want to, which I might, oh, it's on my desk. Is it on my desk? Oh, it is on my desk. The only reason I would also have the wet glue is because we've got to stick this little V bit. Actually, we don't need to stick that bit at all because we can snip these off. So that was me faffing around trying to get that bit done, but no, we don't need to do that. All right, let's get this Stampin' Seal all the way over like that. I'll just do it another way so that it goes a bit closer. Now that's started to peel back a little bit, so I'm just going to reinforce it with a tiny little squidge of glue there. Right, so then I'm going to fold this point here, and then fold this one to meet it. Give that a bit of a rub. Then I'm going to just open up these flaps here, and I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal there, bit there. Okay, so then we're going to fold this one in. So I think I've probably put too much Stampin' Seal, it's going to be sticky on the bottom, but never mind, I can put a square piece of cardstock on the inside, can't I? And fold that one over, and that one down. Give that a good rub. Okay, everybody who's just joined, this is the magic now, watch this. So we're going to push our box in, and you're going to keep pushing until it pops. And look, ta-da! It stays shut. Okay, it just stays shut. Look, pop. Isn't that fabulous? A round of applause, please, everybody. Do you like the look of that? I'm just going over these edges here, just giving it a bit more of a push down because that's the weakest point. But look at that. How fabulous is that? So that was super duper easy. Do you want to see me do it again? It was so easy to do. Yay, I get a few wows from you guys. Hi, Wendy. Okay, so we'll do that again. So cut down your cardstock to 10.5 inches. Oh, it's starting to get dark here. Is it dark with you, Wend? So of course you can do this on your trimmer. So would you like me to do it on my trimmers just to show you that it is possible to do it on here? You don't have to have the scoreboard. It's just that if you're going to make multiples, it probably is a bit quicker with a scoreboard. Okay, so turn the cardstock, score at 1.5 inches on that side. So that's the bottom piece because, you know, that's got hardly any stamping. Turn it around and score at 1.5. Move it up to 2.5. Move it up to 3.5. Okay. Then turn it around and score at 2.5. Sorry, I know you can't see the numbers there. 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10. Okay, then fold that piece back. And if it's easier at this point, just to kind of eyeball it rather than actually, I don't know if I can do it this way. I might be able to. 3/4 of an inch in. Just put a mark. I think because the trimmer has got these 1/4 inch spots, it makes it a little bit easier. So I'm just counting 1, 2, 3. There we go. So just remember 3/4 of an inch in. Okay, there it is. And then we do a bit of cutting. Actually, I'm going to do the burnishing first because I just dropped my score blade. So last time I made this, when I was doing the prototype, I forgot to burnish. So I'm a bit like, oh, I've got to make sure I burnish before I put it together because otherwise I'll forget. So then fold over so you can see the notch marks. Now, I did do on one of my prototypes, I actually marked it with a pen. However, it does show up if you do that. So that's why I favour marking it. But you could do it with a pencil and rub it out if you want to. I should have timed myself making one of these because I'm really pleased at how quick and easy it is. It saves having to do a lid, which just adds time to box making, doesn't it? So this one, just cut to there, and then you cut there like that. And then there. And there. My stamping seal. It's just gone over the edge a little bit, but the great thing is you can just roll that stamping seal back and it just sort of sticks to itself, which is great. There. Fold that to meet that. Okay, so this time I think I'm actually just going to put stamping seal across the opposite ones. There we go. Right, so that means these two haven't got it on, but these top ones have. So you just need to eyeball it carefully, make sure everything's square when you put it down. Okay, and then for those of you who've just arrived, ta-da! Self-closing box. How cool is that? Now it does want to sort of come apart at this point here, so make sure you've really stuck that down, because that bit is the bit that has the most pressure attached to it. So, hi Liz. Hi Cindy. Who else has popped in? Hi Delinda. Navarana. Yes, it is grey. It is very grey here today. It was raining this morning. So there we go, guys. I'm a bit addicted to making these now. Look, I've made about 4 now. And that was my prototype one at the side. So a really quick and easy way to make a closing box and use up all your beautiful stamped one sheet wonders. Now the thing I would want to do to take this a step further is next time I do stamp one of these, I'm actually going to think ahead and think where I'm actually going to stamp everything, because I feel that here we've got some not wasted stamping, but I suppose it is nice for people to see it when they've got the box open, but it just means that you know, it can't be seen so much. I mean, I suppose you could display it like that, but might even be nice to try and make that a more of a solid colour so that it's a bit of a surprise and a pop. Now the other thing I thought of was, wouldn't it be lovely if we could maybe put some paper flowers in the top of there? However, we'd have to be careful that if we did do paper flowers, like we could stick them there, that when this opened, they would move out the way, because you'd want to still be able to get your hands in to take out whatever it is you've gifted in the box. So I'll have a think about that, because you know, maybe we could create some sort of mechanism, that a piece of paper that's folded in and then has a flower attached to it or something. So there we go, guys. That's my self-closing box. The measurements are here if you want them. So you need to cut your cardstock at 10.5 inches, like 8.5-ish. The reason I put 8.5-ish is because the American measurements are 8.5. Our cardstock is just under that. It's about 8 and a teeny weeny bit. Then have it at portrait, score at 1.5, turn the paper around, then score at, so that's the bottom, score at 1.5, 2.5 and 3.5 inches, then turn to landscape, score at 2.5, 5, 7, 7.5, and then you fold down the second portion, so you fold that bit there, and score at 3.75 inches in from the sides. Okay, so that we end up, oh, that's the one that I did with the pen mark. See, doesn't look as neat, does it? Doesn't look as tidy. So yeah, so if you do that, you're going to be just notching, not scoring, notching at 3/4, 1 3/4, 3 1/4, 4 1/4, 5 3/4, 6 3/4, 8 1/4, and 9 1/4, and then you do your snipping. So if you want to know how to do it, watch us all again. Well, I'm quite pleased. I've made 2 boxes in sort of 20 minutes, and I've done a lot of talking and explaining at the beginning. So, okay. Love it, says Jackie. Fantastic. We'll let you figure that out for us. Hi, Judy. Yes, I can't either. Yeah, I need to completely clear my desk for that tonight. So I thought I'd get on and do a live, get it out the way. And so those of you who are not doing the Ruth class, you can go away and make these all night. Okay, so sorry for you've not caught me on the live. I've wanted to get ahead today. So, right, has anyone got any further questions? Ooh, fab way to use up my old paper. Yes, Anna, it definitely is. It does need to be a fairly sturdy paper or lightweight card. I'm using the Stampin' Up card here, the one that you get a pack of 40, that I would always recommend people stamp on, and it's perfect. You know, it's a great sturdiness. If you wanted to use just the coloured card, it's slightly, actually I don't think this is Stampin' Up card because this was just a prototype, but something slightly thicker will be fine as well. That works. I just love the way it pops. It's just so satisfying. It's just something just, there we go. All right, so no questions. If you do have any questions or comments, please do put the comments in the comment section. Yes, you could use them both sides for crackers. You just need to be aware that you may need to use a 12-inch piece of cardstock for that, though. You do need the length. Okay, so hey Kim, lovely to see you. I've just finished, but if you scroll back quickly, you'll see how I made this. There we go. Love it. Such a great way to use up cardstock and papers and things like that. And you know, you could have a little row of them. You could put faces on them. You could make almost like Lego characters, couldn't you? That would be so much fun. Oh, you guys run away with it. Just let me know what you do. Tag me in it if you do make a funky one, a little character. And of course you can share it on Artful Stampin's place. Please do that. Join my Facebook group. Take care. Lots of love, everybody. Bye.